Inside handoff. Oh, on the bootleg. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Bounces to the outside, trying to stretch that pylon. Stretches, and he is in for the touchdown.
Welcome to Touchdowns and Tailgates, powered by the Fairfield Auto Group. Heading into week 2, Jimmy, we had some great week 1 action.
Yeah, good for high school football to be back to normal, fans in the stands.
Your buddy Christian Diggs, you interviewed him. I interviewed him last week, got his first win as a head coach.
Yeah, good for Coach Diggs, rowing the boat down in Montgomery.
Yes, absolutely. And Loyal Sock off to a quick start. We had their ball game. Davion ran up and down.
Yeah, I was talking to you. I think they're going to have a tough time tackling Davion if he's healthy. Giving him the ball up the middle, he looks bigger, stronger, faster.
And we're going to head from here down to Montoursville. The Warriors off to a good start. Head coach Mike Boutten got his first win as a head coach. Some good performances there from some Warriors.
Yeah, Rocco Perlizzi ran crazy. I mean, you can't really expect anything less. And Maddox Delana playing well at quarterback. He's a true leader.
And we'll give you the players down there. But we're up here to open up at Williamsport, up on the hill. Coach Chuck Cruz, they got a great victory. Went over to Crestwood. We're going to have the Millionaires at Altoona. They're going to head out to Altoona. Great rivalry game. Paul Bowe, Rich Salonis are going to have the ball game. Always the big game when they get together.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Frank the Tank Marone playing great at quarterback, and then of course they always have a good run game with that line.
And we'll be right back with Coach Cruz and the Millionaires right after this break from Fairfield.
5. The Fairfield 5 is 35. The Fairfield 5 is 35, and we're celebrating at all 5 locations across Central PA. 5 is 35. We're the Fairfield 5 for fantastic selection and service, and we're way past old enough to drive. The Fairfield 5 is 35. Fairfield for fantastic deals.
Touchdowns and Tailgates powered by the Fairfield Auto Group. Here at STA Stadium, Williamsport Millionaire head coach Chuck Cruz. Great to see you, Coach.
Always a pleasure, Jimmy. Thanks for having me.
You and I get together, and football is usually the last thing we want to talk about.
Indeed.
Should we talk about a good place to eat tonight, or
Listen,
should we?
It's your dime. You let me know. I'll carry the conversation wherever you want me to.
Riz tells me that popcorn's good, that I need to get in on that popcorn action.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of you guys, you missed out on that fundraiser. Listen, when the Millionaires are selling things, you need it because we only sell the
high
finest quality. Indeed.
So, hey, great opener for you. I know plenty from a coaching standpoint. Good win, but plenty to build on.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes. When we watched the film, we made a lot of dumb mental errors. But our talent was able to overcome those errors because we have some pretty good players on the team. So it was exciting to watch as a fan, but as a coach, yeah, I lost a few more hairs.
Hey, I got to see some JV action. You have a good-sized JV team, which is good. Numbers seem to be up. Tell me a little bit about your numbers this year.
Well, we're carrying about 51, which for us is pretty good. And it's been steady at 51. You know, there have been times where we've had, mid to high 50s, but then we lost a lot through attrition. So the kids that we have out want to be out here. We have a few kids who are nicked up right now and not able to play and practice, but our numbers should be pretty consistent at 51.
And again, that gives you an opportunity to have JV games, and as having a program, building a program, that's so important.
It is, because the scary thing is that football as a sport is dying. It seems like a lot of parents are instilling fear in their kids, like you're going to get hurt. I mean, you could fall out of bed and stub your toe, you know what I mean? You could fall down, and so I don't agree with that notion of, don't play football, you'll get hurt. Statistically, you know what the most dangerous sport is? Girls soccer.
I know there's a lot of knee injuries,
knees,
concussions.
But nobody says, hey, don't go play girls soccer, but don't play football.
And you and I have talked before about the atmosphere that's created in high school football. No knock, we cover all sports, but the family atmosphere, the tightness of a team and how you bond. Football is a special sport for that, and you have a chance to be a big impact on young men's life.
That is the blessing of the job. At times it's also the curse because you have to give so much of yourself, and oftentimes, like tonight, I'll get home, I'll be tired, the first day of school, I still have to make sure that I have something to give to my own family because you pour so much into other people's kids. But this ain't my first rodeo, so
absolutely
we'll deal
not.
with it.
Well, let's talk football.
All right, what you got?
We got Altoona.
Indeed.
Road trip,
Yes.
Webb Weekly Live, Paul Bowe. Rich Salonis.
Okay.
They're all excited. I'm sure they'll be reaching out to you for stuff,
Indeed.
bothering you.
No, that's so it never bothers. Anytime I can get a chance to speak positively about the team, I'm there
Good.
for it.
What do the Millionaires need to go out and put a whooping on the Altoonans?
Well, we have to be prepared for a very fast and physical Altoona team. They, on film, they get after it, and it is a pleasure to watch them play. You know, they put something on Hollidaysburg, so we're just hoping that we're not their next victim.
And it's a rivalry to old Williamsport people. You and I were talking the other day, I can't remember, about how it's sort of faded away from the kids, but this is the way you get a rivalry back. You got to play them last year. You know, end of the season district championship game. You're playing them early this year. Does that mean anything to the kids today?
It does, because much like us on their staff as well, they have alumni. So to hear Coach Brown talk about it, Coach Sennett, you know what I mean, some of the old heads on the staff, they talk about how you knew when you played Altoona, somebody was leaving bleeding. You know what I mean? Whether we went down there or they came up here, blows were going to be thrown. And they have alumni on their staff as well, so I'm sure they're sending that same message. So for me, this week I just kind of step out the way and I let the alumni carry the load. And, you know, we've won some games, they've won some games. So truly it is a rivalry because you never know who's going to win.
Excellent. And we're all looking forward. Webb Weekly Live. We'll kick off 10 minutes ahead of 7. And good luck, Coach.
Thank you. And
thanks for taking the time.
Can I wish my wife a happy belated birthday? Happy birthday, darling. I love you.
Happy birthday to Coach's wife. Jimmy Webb will be back with the players right after this message.
And I'm hungry.
FastMaz Speed, Agility, and Quickness Camp. This is where we get it done. Improving everybody's quick turnover, everybody's agility, everybody in transitional sprints, all ages, all sports. You want it, we got it. Come to FastMaz.
All right, we're here from Williamsport at STA Stadium. I'm going to let the Millionaires introduce themselves. We'll start down at the end.
I'm Nasir Hennigan. I'm a junior and I play running back and linebacker.
I'm Frankie Marone. I'm the quarterback and I'm a senior.
I'm Dade Splain. I'm a senior. I play offensive center and defensive tackle.
John Mayer Harden. I'm a sophomore. I play wide receiver and safety.
All right, we'll start right there with you, the young buck of the group. Sophomore, what's it like getting your first varsity experience and how does it feel to put on that Williamsport varsity uniform?
At the beginning of the game, it was a lot of butterflies. I'm just getting used to it. And like a couple plays in, I got used to it. Just felt like
that first time loosens it up a little bit.
Yeah, it just felt like I was playing ninth grade.
Yep, awesome. We'll go here. So I know you're really bad at Madden. I hope you play quarterback better than you play Madden.
I beat you last time we played. But
yeah. So what's it like being a senior now, growing up, seeing the work you put in and leading a team?
I feel like growing through my progression and throughout all the years, you can really see my jump and the way the coaches have worked with me. And I know it's exciting for them to see, but I just do this for my team, and I'm pretty sure they're proud of me. I'm proud of them, and we just grew up together. So,
from the outside looking in, it's been awesome seeing the work you put in and seeing you grow as a quarterback. So, great work.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll go down here. Linebacker, right?
Yeah.
What's it like hitting people? What's your mentality? How do you go through that, your coverages, and then just getting ready to smack someone?
My first responsibility is stop the run. Anything after that is a plus. The goal is to get 3 and out so we can get the ball back on offense.
I'm sure your offense appreciates that. Talk to us. What's it like now? You're a junior, kind of getting older. You've played a couple years. What's your goal for the season?
I want 1,500 yards at least, and yeah, that's my goal on offense.
Good goal. We'll come over to you, Hugh. The center doesn't get that much, but you're his favorite guy. Talk to us about
Indeed.
Working with Frank, being a senior leader, and you say your team mentality is family. So talk a little about that and what that means to you as a senior.
It's just important for everyone to buy into the program, for all the young guys to step up so we can have reliable backups to get the older guys breaks whenever we need them. Growing up with Frank and Nana being a little guy, we start we started gelling pretty early, so now it's just building on top of that, building off that foundation and making a deep run.
Awesome, great. So you knew it was coming. We'll start down here with you. Favorite song to get hyped for a football game?
Death Ain't Easy by Little Dirk.
Stranglehold by Ted Nugent.
That's facts, Lil Durk and Lil Baby.
Shoulda ducked Lil Durk and Pooh Shiesty.
All right, and last, we'll let you guys shout out anyone you want to shout out for the upcoming game.
Man, shout out Coach Brown. That's my man.
Shout out to my mom and dad and grandma.
Shout out Keith Freeman.
Shout out to the fans.
And I'm going to shout out my mom, and we'll be live with Webb Weekly Live this Friday. Catch the games.
Last year changed so many things, and we made it through. One thing that didn't change is the presence and commitment from the Fairfield Auto Group. We're still here, Pennsylvania strong, and 35 years strong, to service you, your family, and our neighbors. Fairfield, for fantastic deals.
And we're back here on the beautiful turf of Memorial Stadium. Little JV action coming in here tonight. Hughesville is going to take on the JV team. Head coach Mike Boutten, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Congratulations on your first win as head coach.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. You and I were talking. Coach Chuck Bowman, I go all the way back to him. You played for Coach Jim Bergen. Then JC takes over, and now Coach Mike Boutten, and the winning just keeps rolling. Tell me a little bit about Montoursville. And a lot of the football, they throw more today, but a lot of the football action's
Sure,
same.
I mean, it's a great tradition that we have here, and it's nice to be coaching a program that I played in under Jim Bergen. And, you know, like I told you earlier, a lot of the same stuff, you know, the same plays. We throw the ball a little more nowadays. It's evolved, but
I still probably know your tendencies back from when
I'm sure you do. It hasn't changed a lot over the years, and that's what's good though, and that's why we can just plug other guys in and keep pounding away. So.
Exactly, and you continue on with a great program. Tell me a little bit about your numbers this year, what you have out, and a little overview of your team.
Well, we brought our 9th grade team up, so we don't have a 9th grade team. So 9th through 12th, we have 67 kids on our roster, which is great numbers. And then in our 7th and 8th grade program, we have in the high 50s there too. So
outstanding.
Biggest thing is having the kids out, you know, and getting them involved in football and getting them involved in the program and all the tradition that comes with it. So we're excited to have those numbers and excited to have the kids that we do out, and kids are working hard.
And one thing I've always admired, and we talked about it already, is continuity, but I see the same faces, the same coaches with you. Want to talk about your staff a little bit?
Sure. That was you know, the biggest thing in talking with JC about coming back and taking over the program was that we could keep all these same guys that we have. We have a great staff. It's like a family here, and having guys like Dave Myers, who's been around for over 40 years, you know, coached me in junior high and high school. Joe Hanna's been here 20 years. So, and then a couple young guys, and also bringing in guys like Cam Ott, who played for us and now is coaching with us. It's just a great staff that we have and a good family.
And I would talk to Coach Bergen before, and then when JC took over, just fundamentally sound. I'd call him, you know, the big fundamental coach after Shaquille, the big fun.
Sure.
And I know you're the same way. Tell us a little bit about, and I know you're an offensive line coach.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen by accident. Tell me about how you drill fundamentals and why your team, whether it's the first team or the third team, they're so sound.
Well, and I think it's just doing the same thing over and over again. Repetition, repetition, repetition. And, you know, encouraging the kids, building them up, but also having that next man up and rotating kids in and getting kids the time. And I think that's the most important thing.
Absolutely, and we're going to have you Webb Weekly Live this week. Lewisburg Green Dragons come to town. Mark Musina will be here with Jamie Spencer to bring the game. Any jabs at Mark Musina quick?
No jabs right now. You know, Mark's son's on the team now, so we won't give him any jabs, but it'll be fun having those guys up in the booth.
Good opening win, your first one, and again, congrats. What do you have to do this week? Keep it going against Lewisburg.
Just need to continue to improve. You know, we have a lot of young kids that are in varsity roles for the first time last week. So we just need to fix some mistakes that we had last week and continue to get better and continue to get them some experience, and I think we'll be fine.
Well, you got the coaching mantra down, Coach.
Yeah.
Well, you are a veteran coach.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank
we'll
you,
come back
Jim.
with some of the Montoursville Warriors with Jimmy Webb. And again, Lewisburg, Montoursville, this Friday night, we'll have the action for you.
5. The Fairfield 5 is 35. The Fairfield 5 is 35, and we're celebrating at all 5 locations across Central PA. 5. 5 is 35. We're the Fairfield 5 for fantastic selection and service, and we're way past old enough to drive. The Fairfield 5 is 35. Fairfield for fantastic deals.
All right, I'm Jimmy Webb. We're here at Montoursville. I'll let these guys introduce themselves and then we'll get started.
Hi, I'm Hunter Hanna. Maddox Selena. Rocco Pulizzi.
So I'll start over here with the quarterback, Maddox. So I know you're decent at baseball, right? Going to UConn to play. What made you decide, hey, I want to play football one last go around with the guys?
I've always been playing with these guys since I was young, so you just keep growing every year and getting better with my buddies from kindergarten since we were playing.
Yep. Rocco, I'll come down to you. Running back. I used to play running back. It's hard to get in that groove of the game, know what's going on. You're not necessarily on the field right away. What gets you ready and how do you start the game ready to go?
Probably, if I'm gonna be honest, listening to music gets me all pumped up and stuff, and then once I get out on the field, getting that first hit out of the way, that just really gets the blood flowing and the adrenaline going, and I'm just ready to get back up and hit somebody again.
And it's always nice having your line make a big hole and just start the game off with a 20-yard run, huh?
I'd say so.
We'll go to the linemen. Not a lot of credit, but you were All-State last year, right? Line doesn't. Now you're stepping into a leadership role. I know Maddox said it's all new linemen but you, so how did you step into being a leader this year as opposed to prior years?
Yeah, so it's making sure that they're learning every week, learning the plays, and if they come out in something that we're not quite sure of, I kind of help them out with that a little bit and just trying to be the best leader I can.
So you kind of touched on it. We did it last week, some fun. What's one song you listen to before the game to get ready to go?
First Day Out by T. Grizzly.
Day and Night by Kid Cudi. Crazy Town by Jason Aldean.
Well, there you have it. Those songs get them ready to go.
Inside handoff. Oh, on the bootleg. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Bounces to the outside, trying to stretch that pylon. Stretches, and he is in for the touchdown.